Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you all for taking the time to support the channel. We are going to London with a Rakdos aggro build, discussing the strategies and synergies as we progress through today's video, providing you with a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively, demonstrating everything against the best opponents and decks in-game via our Mythic Rank gameplay footage, and of course concluding with our wrap-up thoughts, channel news, and deck review. You want to help out, you already know what to do, and just kick back, relax, enjoy. And we are building around the Unstoppable Slasher for 3, a 2/3 with Death Touch, and when it deals combat damage to a player, they're going to lose half their life, rounded up, which is fairly substantial early game. Late game, it does kind of lose its appeal, but it's good enough. And what's really nice here is the fact that it has Death Touch, and whenever it dies, if it had no counters on it, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with 2 stun counters on it. And, we can attack, they're forced to defend, or they're taking half their life. And, if they defend, the Death Touch is going to remove whatever was defending, even if it was stronger. And it comes back with those counters, so it has that recursive nature to it as well. So just a lot of value within the Unstoppable Slasher. We're going to pair that with consistent damage output. Now this means removal, this means trample, or other forms of evasion. Inti, Seneschal of the Sun, is great for this as a 2/2 for 2. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature, and it's going to gain trample until the end of turn. And whenever you discard one or more cards, exile the top card of your library, and you may play it until the end of your next end step, which is pretty cool, right? If we're doing any discarding on our opponent's turn, we're going to, retain that card through that turn, giving us an additional draw, which is quite cool. But at the end of the day, that is just min-maxing things. You just want the trample from Inti on the Slasher, so that damage gets through. With Death Touch and Trample, you only need to deal 1 damage to each of the blockers, and the other damage can go into your opponent. Again, when you put in 1 damage, they're going to lose half their total, which is insane. And then we're going to double that half, so it's a whole with the Bloodletter of Aclazotz for 4 as a 2/4 with flying. And if an opponent would lose life during their turn, they're going to lose twice that much life instead. And of course, we will finally, complete that with a Rush of the Dread for 3 plus the Spree. 1, sacrifice half the creatures rounded up. 2, discard half the cards rounded up. And 2 as well here for the third one. And this is our favorite. Target opponent loses half their life rounded up. And again, if you do have the Bloodletter in play, that is a PKO Yadanzi. So the 3, 4, and 5 is really, really powerful within this build for us. And then Inti providing trample and card advantage to the play line is pretty cool. And, if there's any life gain, well, we don't care because we're going to be using the Screaming Nemesis for 3 as a 3/3 with haste. And when it is dealt damage, it's going to deal that much damage to any target. If it's a player, they cannot gain life for the rest of the game. So this is really cool. And, now we kind of shift into a Pyroclasm for 2 damage to each creature. That would include your Nemesis, and then in one foul swoop, clean up their tokens, or, the majority of their creatures, hopefully, and then stop them from gaining life. Really cool stuff. And then, additional interaction within the deck. 2 copies of Cut Down, instant speed for 1, total power and toughness 5 or less gets destroyed. Torch the Tower for 1, instant speed with Bargain, 2 damage to creature or planeswalker. If you bargain, 3 damage and scry 1 instead. The bargain will require you to sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token as you cast it. And if it dies, exile it instead, which is great. And then shoulder its Edict for 2 at instant, choosing one of the 3, sacrificing a creature, sacrificing a token, creature, sacrificing a planeswalker, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezies. And then, on the top end, we're going to use Overlord of Balemurk for 5 as a 5/5. It does have impending for 2, so you can get it in play earlier, removing 1 counter at the beginning of your end step. When there are no counters, it becomes a creature, and when it enters or attacks, mill 4, and then return a non-avatar to your hand, which is beautiful, considering we're looking for key components to our synergy. And then we will also utilize on the top end a Trumpeting Carnosaur for 6 as a 7/6 with Trample. When it enters, discover 5. free casting off the top of your library a non-land permanent with mana value 5 or less. Looking for a free Bloodletter if we can get it. Of course, you can discard it for 3, hashtag synergy inti, to deal 3 damage to creature or planeswalker, which isn't bad because with the Overlord, we can grab it back to hand and do it over and over, which is a lot of fun. Of course, we can also replay From the Grave with Virtue of Persistence for 7 at the beginning of your upkeep. Target creature from any graveyard, your opponent's, your own, into the battlefield under your control. The Adventure for 2 at sorcery within the Lochthwain Scorn. Target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn. You gain 2 life. And then our new favorite card, Unholy Annex, for 3. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent's going to lose 2 life and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, you just lose 2 life. But we can make our own demon through the Ritual Chamber for 5. It's going to be a 6/6 with flying. And of course, the Bloodletter is also a demon. We're going to utilize the Passages, the Springs, the Theater, and the Verge, as well as the Cliffs for consistent lands. We need to have that triple black, right? So keeping it fresh and funky within that land base. A few basics for those Fable Passages to grab, of course, as well. Well, that's the deck list. I hope you enjoy. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, kick back, relax, and let's see if we can win some games. Keeping 7 on the draw, not great, but we have our turn 3 slasher, and I like that quite a bit. Removal stays. Oh, maybe it shouldn't stay. Weird. Not what I was expecting when I seen a mountain on one, right? All right, slasher number 1 is a go. Comes back, which is nice. Slasher 2 is a go. The Inferno. That's a good card. Attack the creature. Hit for half their life total. Overlord. Nemesis? Okay, the Bloodletter. More ramp. Ooh, that's a good card. Good game with only 1 block. It's still lethal. All right. Going first. Keeping 7. Surveilling 1. Our 4th land. It's not a black source, and we already have a mountain, so it goes. Scavenger. Has to go, right? No, let them power it up. We have the right removal. They can't resist. They just can't resist. That's too much. Good hit. Got him. I mean, that's a great card too, though. Maybe we can save the removal. We have to get rid of the creature, right? Because they can target it. Right, we don't want any more sheltered by ghosts, for example. Creeper can't block. They draw. Land and tapped. Going in pretty deep here. Tossing our land. A good chance we just draw another land. Oh, Flasher's nice. Well, I mean, not nice that we don't have access to it, but it's a nice card. Another creeper. They need to shelter Bloodletter away. The armor. Ooh, that's tough. That's a big boy. +1 counters. They draw. Here's the land. Okay. Glimmer. I'm gonna toss the Nemesis, just so we can play something. We're not playing that. And now they want to block the Nemesis here, right? Because it doesn't have trample. They need to block. Right? They cannot take this damage. Like Inti's doing 10 himself. Okay. Good game, homie. On the draw. Keeping 7. Some good removal here. And I like having Pyroclasm with the Nemesis, if we can get our 3rd land. Trying for the 4th, looking for swamps. Actually, it doesn't matter. Care for the Scryland. But I guess if we're going to play this after... It depends if they have a creature we need to remove or not. We could always play it as our 4th land. So, no harm, no foul, because we might be doing this on 4. The might. I need to worry. We'll get that, Okay, now I don't need any more land. Stop. Lesnia something. Creature based because of the might. Lesnia +1 counters. Posted 2, baby. I guess if we're going to clean that up, we'll need to do that. I'll hit for 3. I don't want to defend here. Maybe something else happens. And that thing is definitely not removal. Don't say it. Okay. Sheltered by ghosts. Okay. So that is a declaration of war. Really? Someone wants to go to London. Bruh. Bruh. Don't appreciate that. My creature has haste, so I'm going to take it back now. I'm going to Overlord. Take our slasher. Hit for 3. We haven't seen any life gain, so we're okay for now. That's an exile on my Nemesis. Nice. You can just play slow. I like it. They're going to need a stream of removal at this point. Right? One after another. Exile as well. They're going to go for the auto win? No. I know that's something a little about an auto win. They could have removal still, right? The smite. Nice. Good game. Woo! That's a lot for just 2 damage, right? But it's half their total and then doubled, so. Going first. Nice removal. We'll play slow, though. Black source, please. We exile it? This is more important to get rolling. We could do it next turn. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's kind of that then, isn't it? That's quite good. We just need a land, right? Untapped land off the top. And also to be left alone. Which is unlikely. But we'll try our best. Drawing 2. Then food tokens, treasure token. Try 1. Pretty good. Goes to the bottom. Crazy world we live in. Nightmare for the discard. Goodbye, cut down. Untapped, land off the top. That's quite good. Saving them. They see it already. Exile, no card advantage. Still play in. Inti on deck. Hit for a gabillion. That's how much damage that was. It was actually substantial. Manifesting Dread. That leaving signifies that they have another. Freebooter out. Flasher's X. You would have expected them to keep the second copy too. Oh, just a Viper. It vipped out. So do I toss the Nemesis here? Four turns, the game's gonna be over. Okay. I'm glad we didn't discard. I think we can maybe have a chance to win. Keep the springs in case there's a forced discard. And then next turn take lethal. We're trying. They've got 2 cards. Got it. Roll the die. Get stomped on. Okay, I think we're good. It's easy go. And then we only need 1 damage. Which we have via Death Touch Trample. Oh, actually that works. Because I have to deal 1 damage to each of them, right? So that works, that works, that works. That's really good. But it cleans up the field in such a way that I think they're left fairly high and dry. These are going to level 3, level 2 respectively. No, this one's level 1. This one just went to 3. End steps, sacrifice. So if we're hitting for lethal, I can lose not 8 because we're taking 6 and 18. We're gonna discard 4. And what is this doing? Card from the graveyard to the battlefield. They have the freebooter. Next night. Should be no problem. And there's our lethal. Block the token. This is a bit aggressive, though. But there's nothing good for them to take. They take itself back. Okay. Oh, I like that. Down to 1. You can't tell me what to do. 1 life is enough. Good game. That was close. Going first, playing a Surveil land. Overlord can stay because it's literally the best. I like to start with Inti, but at the same time, how do you not just get down and dirty with these impending counters? Oh, whiff. Whiff. That's how you do it. Like some good cards we lost there. Bit of a bummer. The Vault. Interesting. Flasher is a go. So we're gonna need a another black source and also a Bloodletter. Inti can maybe help facilitate that. Is there gonna be life gain over here? Do we need to rush the Nemesis? Ooh, I definitely am in danger, and that's life gain. That better not be a cave. Uh-oh. Okay, let's look for the land here. Toss the Nemesis. And get it back with the Overlord with the land we pull. Not quite. And this going to exile sucks, but that's the cost of doing business. This boy's soul, you've got to pay the troll toll. No! I don't want to play anymore. Come on, dude. I've got 3 lands and your sun following me already. Flasher back, which is nice. Alright, Collector Vault. Oh, milling me. Ouch. Don't appreciate that. Alright, here goes our library. Ouch. Bro. Oh, we got our land, and it is a black source. Be happy, HGG. Oh, I am. Trust me. Can't you tell? But, like, lethal on board, right? So. Sunfall number 2. Please, Lord, no. Have some goddamn mercy. The bedman. Don't do it. 4 in hand. Don't do it. Don't do it. What an absolute monster. Call your local authorities. Submit a report today. It's your future too. When they're done with me, who do you think they're gonna come for? It's you. So you gotta help out. Kinda just need the flying. Yeah, I mean, sure. Great. We were really going for it, tapping out. Well, almost. The land. Okay, 3 in hand. Oh, shoot. Sacrifice token. Hit for 212. They're gonna need that land. And the treasures. Sacrifice the token. I shouldn't have highlighted if they're looking at it now, right? Did it land? Did it enter the battlefield? Do we get a counter spell? It's there! You just gotta play this game with your eyes closed sometimes, you know? Dangerous if you don't. Okay, I'm ready. I think Sunfall next turn, or is that this turn again already? They're looking for it. They're like, don't worry, I'll find one. I run 15 of them. Probably have a whole hand of them. Conduit for lands only? What kind of strange bank is this? Removal will be forced. I'm in danger. So you just baited another card out for your third Sunfall? I swear to God. Forget your local authorities. We got to go straight to the federal authorities. Call the FBI chat. There is a monster on the loose. The international authorities. Yeah, we got to go worldwide on this one. The Birdman, he's got wings. He's about. Don't mill me. I think they have a Jace and they're just laughing if they got three or four Jaces in hand as well. I do. Who is running the Mindbreaker and not Jace? No one. There's the answer. Didn't realize we were already dead. Only 11 cards in our library. Did you know that? I guess. What if they're, 20 cards through their library, 23 cards into the library, and they haven't found a single Jace? Could you imagine the travesty that would be? Come on, give me that Jace. Jace-Adelphia. Purple single target removal instead of a Sunfall. So we have Jace kills us. Sunfall probably kills us. We could get a haste with this, right? We could get a Nemesis. Yes. Hey, not well. Capped fish. Here it comes. No! Illegal. They're literally just playing with me. I should not be milling myself. Anything that just... They've done it to me twice. Eerie interference. It is rude. Now they can draw their 15th Jace. I'm writing your name down, Birdman. Can't escape. We probably shouldn't be overlording into mill decks. Wow. All mistakes we've made on our own. You guys ready for Jace? No. Me too, though. That's the weirdest mill card I've ever seen. Oil counters. 3, they go to 4. 5 in library. They're 1 oil counter short. That's fun. Can they mind break before they do that card? That's going to be the question. I think they can. Because it's only 4 and then 3. I see it. Good game, dude. What an obscure deck. Right, we mill 4. There's only 2 in library. Yeah, a fall. I probably should not have overlorded myself. That would have been 4 extra cards and enough. Right? That's on me. Great game, though. I had fun. All right, our opponent's going to go first. They always do. We can keep 7. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Removal 1, removal 2 as needed. This is going to be a swamp or Bloodletter. You know, maybe we go Inti on... Oh, no. Fantastic! You have to take it because they get Manifest Dread and stuff, right? Oh, you've got a backup creature. Cool. Not happening, homie. Just not happening, homie. Sorry. Can't let you. A third one? Okay, so this is wild. Let's see if it's enough. Please no land. Please no land. No! 18 life. Still a match somehow. No block. Gross. Do they have a fling? We have to play for the win, and it wasn't through the block. Good game. That's just it, you know. You got to play for the win, and it was surviving that term, them not having the fling, and then us hitting for lethal next turn. But you know, this game is outrageous these days. All right, this is today's deck. A few cards I considered while building it. The Assassin. I really wanted to build originally around Pyroclasm and the Screaming Nemesis. So dealing 2 damage to all our creatures. We want creatures with 3 toughness, right? So this is that. It can also deal damage and gain life. Pretty decent. Alternative removal to the Edict, Nowhere to Run. We like lifelink and creatures. So like Inti is a good example of this as well. Balemurk. It's a 2 mana, 2 toughness creature that can go to 3. It can go to 4, you know, and survive those Pyroclasms. Charming Scoundrel for the treasure, but, you know, it would just die, and I don't know about that. The Sprinter could come back, and then once it comes back, it would survive future assaults. I like the Cruel Cause value. It is nice synergy with Inti as well. Maybe it just feels a little slow, though. The Rampaging Raptor. Not really seeing a lot of Planeswalkers, so unfortunately it doesn't make the cut, but it's kind of what we're looking for within the deck. And then the additional Overlord. You know, I think it's pretty good. The damage is decent, but it's pretty slow, right? It's pretty slow, so we do try to dial in that curve to be as aggressive as possible, and we're still you know, pretty far out there, man. But, you know, that's inflated because, you know, we're casting this for 3. We're going to be casting this for 2. You know, this is cast for each, but originally a 3, and, you know, this is originally a 2 as well, right? So you can see that things can be a little bit cheaper for us, and that does make the deck a little bit more consistent, not only on that front end, having access to the 2s and the 3s, but also now into that mid and late game where we can play the 5s and 6s as well. So with that being said, thank you all so much. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I am very much looking forward to seeing you all soon in the next.